And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I apologize for the extended break, but it was all worth it because now we have our next match. It is going to be that lovely TvZ. I have a couple of updates for you. Of course, Kelazhur did take down Eggs 2-0 to make it here this far in the tournament. Meanwhile, Dave Tesla was covering that series, but it looks like he has jumped ship and he's going to be covering the North American qualifiers. Makes plenty of sense. He is a little bit more indoctrinated in the NA scene. If you want to tune into the North American qualifiers, they are being covered by both Dave Testa and Steadfast in English. So 2 English streams going on there. But we will continue and complete our Latin American run, especially because apparently we are the only English stream covering this event. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Inside Now, we have the Mexican Zerg player representing Team GP. It is Cham. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Inside Now, we have the Brazilian Terran player representing Team Liquid. It is Kelazhur. The 2 favorite players in this entire tournament. We thought maybe Eggs could cause an upset, but alas, it was not meant to be. In the end, Kelazhur, Diego does come out on top. And now we're here to find out who moves on to a qualifying match and who has to be relegated to the lower bracket and fight their way back up. Oh boy. And so far, pretty great openers. Hatch Gas Pool coming out from Cham. Kelazhur going for his own racks expand as well. You love to see the macro. This is what we want to be seeing here in this series. I want to see them go the distance. I want to see them get into the mid game unhindered and have some beautiful ZVT unfold before us. The vetoes are quite interesting. As a reminder, this is a best of 3 and Cham let Inside and Out through. Interesting. I mean, the vetoes that make sense to me are things like Moondance and Stargazers. They can take priority. But I also imagine Kelazhur may have been vetoing those maps as well. I wonder how things did play out. Maybe he went for some of the larger maps instead. So maybe Inside Out and Waterfall made it through. We shall see, as the first Reaper is going to be moving out across the map just to dance here with the units of Cham. Shouldn't be getting too much damage here. Oh, can he get a drone? Up! Oh, he gets 1 drone for his troubles. Cham slipping up a little bit here in the micro. I was about to say that Kelazhur is playing at a ping disadvantage because he is playing from Europe. Bear that in mind. But despite that, Cham is the one to slip up. So a great start here from Kelazhur as he does go for a 3rd CC before Starport. Is going for a very economic, very macro-centric opener. You love to see it. And yeah, just a great start overall. Was able to confirm the timing of the 3rd base. We do see that the Reaper even slips into the main, making sure that there is no additional gas being mined and that there is no Roach Warren. Beautiful. So no all-in coming out as a response. Oh, Reaper barely getting away with his life as well. Back at home, we do see everything looking as it should. I was curious if we were going to be seeing an add-on swap here and maybe a tech lab on the racks, but no, we don't see that at all. I'm curious as to where this opener is going to reside. It is going to be a Viking first, not a Liberator, and there is that tech lab. Meanwhile, the first wave of Hellions is going to be moving out across the map, just dancing, poking, and prodding with all of this creep with those queens. Just trying to find a way in. And yeah, nothing too major so far, other than, of course, the first drone going down. The opener as well from Kelazhur is nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, very standard, all things considered. And after the first Viking comes out, we are not seeing an add-on swap, so we should just be seeing Stim on the way as well. There it is. There is that Stim. You love to see it. and there is the Liberator as well. So Kelazhur is going to be going for the 1-2 punch. The Vikings are going to be forcing back all of these Overlords and, you know, maybe even supply blocking Cham a little bit. Meanwhile, we are going to be seeing a Liberator slip into either the main or the third, and the Hellions are going to try and dive in amidst all of the chaos, hoping that the Queens are forced to respond to either one of these, and either the Hellions or the Liberator dealing damage. One Overlord already going to be going down here. Hellions not quite getting surrounded. Oh, they get a kill on a Queen already. This is pretty big. Any Queen that goes down is going to mean that is less defense for both the Lib and these Hellions, as they are going to commit to an engagement later on. Great start here. Vikings so far only with a single kill. There is another Overlord outside of the 4th base of Cham, so Kelazhur not fully aware of it yet. Viking just rotating around. Meanwhile, Liberator is going to be headed towards the main base. But here we have 2 spores already in position. Cham fully aware of the threats of this opener, as the Hellions going to be able to clear up a lot more of this creep here. 4 tumors going down. The Liberator does slip into the main base. Oh, we do see a quick reaction from Cham. Does lose 1 drone. Meanwhile, the Hellions just finding so much more creep here. And oh, they almost go into the main, but Lings were ready and waiting for them on top of the ramp. Hellions do not want to commit into this. Meanwhile, Liberator barely escapes with 6 HP. Does get a second drone at the same time. Viking finding 2 more Overlords. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, both of these Overlords are going to be going down. Supply blocking Cham. Oh, 3 Overlords hunted down. Forces 6 Overlords out of Cham. Jesus Christ. The supply block is real, and Kelazhur has been able to pull Cham apart a little bit. Meanwhile, the Liberator comes back home to get topped up on the repairs. The Bio push is coming out to meet up with these Hellions. I do really worry because a lot of this creep has receded. Cham is connecting all of his bases, but just barely. And Kelazhur, he now has Stim. 1-1 is on the horizon. This is a bit of an anti-timing. He doesn't have his upgrades ready yet, but they will finish up in the midst of this fight. As we see another scan, more active tumors being focused down. We do have roaches coming out to defend. Cham is very fond of Ling Roach, but the Bio Army sims on forward, focusing, targeting down as many roaches as possible. Even the Queen. Oh my god. Honestly, worth it here in the end for Cham, just trading minerals. Sorry, for Kelazhur, just trading minerals for gas. At the same time, 1 more drone goes down to Liberator, but not quite sieged up in the correct place. Does go down to these spores, so Cham doesn't have to worry about the tri-pronged attack, just has to worry about the Bio and the Hellions. Speaking of, reinforcements are coming across the map. 1-1 has finished up. 2-2 on the way behind this. Kelazhur fully saturated on 3 bases. Should be throwing down a 4th momentarily, as it looks like he's going to be topping up these Hellions for a little bit here. He recognizes that against these roaches, they can't quite find too much damage. Marines being swatted away and left and right, but again, just keeping the creep at bay. Gonna be able to clean up all these things and even focus down some of these roaches. Uh-oh. Cham not splitting up his army in the most ideal way. Now his mineral line is under threat. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 drones going down. Every drone going down. Oh god. Again, unfortunately, Cham committing too much of his army on the left-hand side, not enough on the right-hand side. And Kelazhur, with every one of these pushes, he's just whittling away at Cham, making him that much weaker as the game progresses, and it makes every push that much stronger. Kelazhur does get eyes on this base. Mailing speed only just now starts. Even though we have a Ling, Bane, Roach here to defend, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Without creep, yeah, Cham is being forced back. Oh, and Banelings are being targeted one after the other. There's only 1 Baneling left. There are no Banelings remaining here. Forces a hot pickup at the same time. The push on the right-hand side can be triggered as well. At least Cham holds on to the hatchery. Oh no. Meanwhile, the Viking does fly a little bit too close to the sun in the end. Does go down. Ooh, big push being set up on the left-hand side. I love this just because there's very little creep connecting to this base. Does go for a scan, does feign aggression on the right-hand side as the tanks reveal themselves, and I feel like Cham has to just give up this base. Ooh, even the Morphing and Banelings are taken down as well. Kelazhur cannot focus on the right-hand side. Has to be careful about the Banelings. Ooh, takes one Baneling connection to the face, but gets the hatchery. So well worth it here for Kelazhur. And rotate back around. Cham, his drone count isn't looking too bad, but he needs another hatchery desperately. Is working on his infestation pit, is looking to transition into a hive, maybe even get some vipers out. And Cham does have a little bit of momentum going his way. He has control of the right-hand side of the map. He is going for a bit of a run by. This planetary is exposed. Up the mules. Oh, the mules are going to be going down. The army responds, but where are the splits, Poppy? The splits are not there. The Banelings get the juiciest connections imaginable. Oh my god. That was best case scenario for Cham. At the same time, Banelings roll in on the left-hand side as well. Oh my god, they will connect with the SCVs. Cham, despite being on the back foot for the entirety of the mid-game, he is coming back quite strong. He's finding damage left and right, crippling the economy, crippling the army as well. What I will say is that the tank count and the medevac count are quite healthy. Maybe this is overly healthy. That's a lot of medevacs. The bio army is cheap. It can be replaced quite easily, but Kelazhur needs time. He needs time right now, and Cham is not going to let him have that time. He's going for another run by. Kelazhur, he's trying to get some tanks in position here. Oh, is going to be able to sort this away. He's going to be able to push it back. There we go. Hive is on the horizon. I imagine 4 of those Vipers. The Kelazhur is looking to go for a counterattack. Is he overextending though? We honestly don't have too much here. Yeah, he's just going to be trading a little bit. Force back once again. Ling Bane getting ready for another counterattack at the planetary. There is no sensor tower. Kelazhur is not in position. The tanks, they're not where they need to be. Sensor tower just now being thrown down, but it's too late. Uh-oh. The planetary cannot be lifted. The Banelings roll on forward, and this base will fall. Cham, once he has it, he will not let it go. Oh, a couple of Lings are being shaved off. Good. As the army does get intercepted here, Kelazhur is going to trade. Okay. But Cham finally has breathing room. He can spread all the creep to his heart's content. He can take his 5th base. He can take a 6th base. He can just take every base imaginable. I don't know if I like this. He's going into ultras right now. The tank count isn't too high, I suppose. Like, ultras have their place. I don't know if this is their place right now. We'll see, we'll see. As Kelazhur once again trying to find a little bit more damage. Woodline shots are going to be going off here. Juicy connection on all those Banelings. Just trading incredibly well overall. Banelings roll on forward, but again, they do not find the connections that they are looking for. Ravager Biles are going to be able to clean up 2 of those Widow Mines. A bit of a Ling Bane run by being set up on the left-hand side. This does get spotted by Kelazhur. Sensor tower coming in clutch. Cham being forced back. Again, working with a very low drone count. Oh. Ooh. These Widow Mine shots are insane. They're actually insane. Oh. Cham once again being forced back. He just hasn't really been trading too efficiently here. Look at the gas lost. Kelazhur hasn't even lost 1k gas. The hell? It's insane. And now, on the flip side of things, Kelazhur has been able to buy some breathing room to saturate this 4th base, to get a 5th on the way. Sensor tower finally being thrown down on the right-hand side. We have a Ghost Academy. Kelazhur's getting ready for that late game. Oh god, the Widow Mines. They just keep connecting with the Banelings. It's like the Banelings have magnets on them. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Cham now struggling with the army supply. He is getting those upgrades for his ultras. Liberator's gonna be wreaking a little bit of havoc across the map once again. Cham coming in, gonna deny this planetary. I worry that he's poking the bear though. I am a little bit concerned. He's spending a lot of resources to take down this base. At the same time, he will be losing his own. Widow mines are being set up as well. They are going to be going off on those banelings. The entire base will fall. The mineral line as well. And from here, we can just pick up and leave. There's no anti-air. Oof. Banelings find some connections. Meanwhile, I love the dark moves, but no, we saw 2 power bombs going off. Oh my god, the biles do connect with those medevacs. Cham, he's like, wait, you think I have no anti-air? Now hold my beer. Hold my tequila, papi. I've got the anti-air I've got all the anti-air I need. Shaking my head, shaking my head. Oh my god, can we get us the Vipers? No! One Viper goes down. The second Viper does barely get transfused, but a great trade from Kelazhur with what little he has. These are losses we can't necessarily afford here from Cham as he's going for the double expand. Meanwhile, back at home, we've got Ghosts, papi. Ghosts, they counter the Viper. They counter the Ultra. These are interesting Ultra skins. Don't see this too often, the Simulant skin here. I think it's Simulant. Stimulant? The Ultra's going to be able to clean up what little there is left of this drop. The Ultras have been revealed, but again, we have the counter to Ultras. Oh my god, that is a lot of Ghosts. We have 12 Ghosts against 6 Ultras. Talk about overkill. We see a scan here trying to get eyes on said Ultras. Kelazhur, to be fair, is running out of resources. He has no minerals left in his main. He has 2 patches, 1 patch left at his natural. Only 4 here in his third, so he desperately needs to expand. He needs another base, otherwise Kelazhur is gonna run out of gas. Both literally and figuratively. And metaphorically. In every which way. There's just no gas. Oh god. Meanwhile, Cham is the one who is taking some bases. Cham has been working on a relatively low drone count and he has been struggling to expand, but now when it matters most, he has these bases operational. And he has his drone count. Right shots once again going to be going off here. No Ghosts in position to take down these Ultras. Unfortunately, they are being left here on the bottom right hand corner, exactly where they need to be. Kelazhur goes for the snipes. Ooh, 1 Ultra going down immediately. We do see the rest. They're trying to hunt down this army. Here come the snipes. Another Ultra gets sniped. There's not enough Ling Bane here to really buffer, to really keep those Ultras safe from the Ghosts. Well, Banelings do roll in, but it takes a lot of Banelings to kill a Ghost. Cham being forced back, and we can see Cham is in the midst of transitioning. Spire, Greater Spire on the way. We want to get into Broodlords instead. Broodlord Infestor isn't too bad against Ghosts. Not amazing, but not too bad either. Oh. As Kelazhur retaking his 4th base for the 3rd time, taking his own 5th as well. Cutting the map in half. And Cham is getting ready for a bit of a surround here on this army. Doesn't quite pull it off, but yo, he does land. He does take out these SCVs. Finds the damage that, maybe not the damage he was looking for, but damage nonetheless. Oh, Kelazhur really hurting with his economy. Here we go. The Broodlords are on the way. So, a couple of things. Like, Cham, he has a better economy. He's going to have more resources to replace his army as he loses it. But at the same time, Kelazhur does have a more efficient army. He can trade better against these Broodlords. Cham recognizes that he's going for his own Spore and Spine Forest. He is doing his best to cut that map in half. Gonna be all about the execution. We don't have any infestors yet. We have no way to really shut down these ghosts. Oh god, and here come those snipes. Oh my god. But the ghosts are exposed. A lot of ghosts going down here. The army of Cham pushing on forward, but he has lost almost every ultra. God. That was not a pretty fight for Cham. His army supply plummets. Did keep a lot of his infestors alive. You can see 5 ultras have gone down. Sorry, I said keep a lot of his broodlords alive. 2 broodlords do get picked off. They are softened up there. Kelazhur once again going to be looking for those snipes. Needs a little bit of time to reposition. We see the broodlords poking and prodding here, trying to get those broodlords on top of that planetary. Planetary is going to be going down. Oh god, we see the surround though. Does barely keep it alive. Oh. Barely, but at what cost, Papi? We still have so many medevac. Can we stop medevac production, please? Can we? There we go. Vikings are on the way. Thors as well. We're switching into full anti-air mode. And here we go. We're getting some snipes. Barely not going to be enough here. Again, we just don't have enough to even protect these ghosts. Whenever they go too far forward, they get just harassed by those broodlings. And we're waiting for that fungal. There we go. Fungal does not connect with the ghost, but does connect with everything else. Snipes are doing what they can, but the broodlords are reigning supreme in the end, almost getting the base for the second time. We desperately need those Vikings. We need those Thors. They're slowly waddling here to reinforce, but it may just be too late. The broodlord switch was successful, and this planetary, there's no way it gets held onto. Oh god, oh, barely it does. Ah! Ghosts are coming in for a flank. Here come the snipes. Getting another handful of broodlords. I want to say 2, maybe 3. The Vikings have arrived, so have the Thors. Kelazhur reinforces his army, forces Cham to pull the trigger. Aliens are rolling on forward as well, trying to get connections on those ghosts. Ah! Chasing the ghosts all the way around. At the same time, the rest of the army is crumbling. It looks like Cham is breaking on through. Ugh. I mean, the ghosts survived, don't get me wrong, but yeah, the base is going to crumble. Cham, he's done it. He's broken the economy. Kelazhur's trying to expand the left-hand side instead. He needs time to really get this saturated and up and running. We do see the workers being transferred over in this location. Cham rotating over as well. Kelazhur, he needs so much time though. He doesn't have a bank. He doesn't have any gas either. He's broke. He has no money. Oh. And despite a really great early game and mid game, it's not going to be enough. We have a wall of spines here waiting for him. Kelazhur, this is a bit of a desperation move, being this aggressive with his ghosts. Oh. Definitely not something you want to be seeing. And Cham, all he really has to do is back off, chill out, spread his creep. Again, this creep is going to be even denying the bottom right-hand base. We have very limited scans available because we don't have any additional orbitals. And once Cham maxes out, he can push out across the map and potentially just end the game. How do we come back from this situation? Well, Kelazhur, one, he has to have the most miracle snipes, the most miracle engages. Maybe nukes can help him buy some time, just like pull Cham back home. Along the line of nukes, drop play, Liberator Harass. Liberator Harass in this kind of scenario can work wonders, especially on the space on the right-hand side of the map. There are ways to come back. Unfortunately, that is only if Kelazhur had the spare supply and had the spare resources. Right now, he is struggling to max out, struggling even to get to 150 supply. It just isn't happening anytime soon. Oh boy, as Cham is even long distance mining here from the bottom right hand base. Just stealing resources that should be Kelazhur's. And Cham is just refining his army that much more. More Broodlords, Corruptors, Infestors, Creep. I thought for a moment there that Cham, just a mistake. I was like, oh, is he like triggering his Broodling so we can just push on for it? No. Not at all, not at all. Oh, but here we go. Ghost moving on forward here, getting a sniper from the Queen. But in come the Broodlords, and again, I don't see an answer. If the Ghosts move too far forward, they're gonna get fungled. And there is a reason why Cham is currently the champion of DreamHack Latin America, of the Latin American region. The era of special is over. The era of Kelazhur was never really there. But Cham, despite having some pretty questionable moments in this game, has been able to come back in the end. He ties it all together here. A couple more snipes are going up here. Kelazhur, oh my, getting some great trades. Almost resetting that Broodlord count. Jesus. He fought quite well here, to be honest. But we all know that Cham can afford these losses. Not for a second time, though. You know, Cham's gonna be careful. Am I speaking too soon? Am I counting Kelazhur out too quickly? We will see. As we have a couple of Thors here on the right hand side, the Thor drop is real. We do see him trying to establish this base. Cham responds with his Ravagers and with his Infestors. Can Kelazhur come back? He's slowly catching up in supply. He does have this base up and running. You know, he's got some money. He's trying to take control of the bottom right. I don't think he can, but he's trying. I thought the game was coming to a close, but really it's just beginning. Really, I'm not going to be able to cast any of DreamHack North America. Oh boy. As I love this, we have a couple of bios on the CC as well. The Ghosts rotate over here with the power of the Ghost. Kelazhur can take a fight. Uh-oh. Cham. These Ravagers and the Infestors, they're getting caught out. Do you have a fungal? But the snipes are too good. Kelazhur is going to be able to clean everything up here. Meanwhile, the Broodlords, they try to find some ground, but the Thors hold the line, and suddenly Cham is losing too much. Uh-oh. Here we go. He's had enough. The Infestors, the Broodlords, they want to take another fight. They immediately just delete one of those Thors. Oh, he's taking a lot of shots to the face, though. He's trying to dance here with the army as best he can. At the same time, this small force, this small drop, gets 36 plus drones. The economy of Cham is in shambles. He does take down all of these Thors, though, which is a pretty big loss. But Kelazhur's army supply is still standing strong. He's not stopping. He's trying to chase down as many of these workers as he can. The last real mining base of Kelazhur does go down. And these Broodlords may just be enough, even if Cham loses everything else. And it looks like he won't with his reinforcements. The Ghosts are coming back, but a little bit too late. Let's look at the units tab. We are down to 2 Thors. We had like 8 to start with. 2 Thors and 10 Ghosts. I still want to favor Cham's army. I want to favor these Broodlords and Infestors. I think that this army is just a little bit too good right now. But Kelazhur could have a miracle engagement. Oh boy. As Kelazhur, he's taking bottom right. He's double expanding. He's lifted up his third and his natural. Let's go. Oh my god, a couple more snipes go off. More Ravagers are going to be going down here. Cham just losing too much. Oh my god, we don't have detection, but we get the fungal. Oh my god, no. Kelazhur, you can't afford to lose these ghosts. No, the chain fungal is real. Oh my god. No, Kelazhur. Every single ghost is going to be going down. Oh my god. That was like 10 ghosts then and there. I was talking about the comeback. It was real. Kelazhur was doing so well. We do still have 4 ghosts. But against 10 broods, 4 ghosts may not be enough. Uh-oh. The one hero Viking. That one Viking. It takes down one Broodlord. Ooh. Oh my god. Can he get a second Broodlord? Oh my god. Okay. Doesn't get a second Broodlord, but this is huge. Kelazhur double expanded and Cham doesn't know. He hasn't been able to stop it. He doesn't have the supply to stop it. His Broodlords are just too slow. He has to commit to only one side. Kelazhur's economy is booming. He's got 2 bases. That's all you need. At the same time, Broodlords poking in, getting a little bit more damage here and there where they can. Oh, we have marine production. We have nothing but minerals, mate. Man with gun is all you need. He knows. Oh, as the orbital goes down. The ghosts are coming in. Oh, and 2 ghosts go down. Kelazhur, your ghosts, they're your babies, papi. Look after them. Look after the ghosts. Ah. This is so scrappy. This is nonsense, papi. What is happening in this game? What is happening? The army on sieges and the Broodlords, they pounce. Biles are going to be going down, and just like that, tanks are falling left and right. Kelazhur is being pulled apart right now. This is so scrappy, but again, I just favor this army. Like, Broodlord Infestor is just that much more efficient over time. We've seen it. We've seen how much he's done. Meanwhile, the main has been lifted. The main is on the way. Ooh, a couple more snipes. Ravagers get picked up. These Ravagers have been having a hard time here against the ghosts. Once again, Cham long distance mining. We're running out of money on the map. Cham is running out of patches to mine from. He needs to take this base, actually. Oh my god, meanwhile on the left hand side, Cham winning another engagement. Oh, but here come the snipes. The snipes are too good. Ooh. The ghosts come out on top. Kelazhur rotates everything to the top left. Cham is out of position. He's more concerned about expanding and taking another base, and he's going to be losing top left. Oh, he's going to make a hard choice, and it looks like Cham has given up on this base on these critical, crucial mineral patches. Going to be coming over. Honestly, this space is very vulnerable to Broodlords, but Cham, he doesn't know. He doesn't know where the army is. He comes back home. And by the time he comes back home, this army is going to turn around. God. Yeah, the Broodlords, they do stay in this location. Vikings doing what they can. Oh! We go another fungal. Oof. Amount of army going down. Kelazhur once again rotating over to the right hand side, getting this base operational. A lot of anti-air here. The Vikings, they dive in. Questionable move. Questionable. Gotta be careful. Let's look at the unit stab again. Literally nothing's in production. Let's look at the unit stat. 9 Broodlords. We have lost 1 Broodlord in the past couple of minutes. And 3 Infestors. Here we go. Kelazhur's pushing in once again into the line of these spores. The fungal is real. Ooh, the biles as well. Oh god, again, it's all about these energy-based units, and if Kelazhur ever overextends with his ghost, then they will die. They will get fungled. Without the power of the Vikings, there's nothing to zone away these Broodlords. They can dip on 4. They can try and chip away at these tanks. But Cham knows how few Broodlords he has. He doesn't want to overextend. He doesn't want to lose anything to a snipe. Ooh. The tank's now in range. Forcing everything back. Cham getting ready for a surround. He wants to try and break this. He's going in with the spores. Everything is pushing forward here from all angles. How good are the fungals? The army, the mech army is going to be going down. But what about the ghosts? Oh, we do have an EMP connecting with one of those infestors. There's still ghosts remaining. There's no detection. Oh, and every single infestor just got sniped. Oh, and the Broodlords are getting sniped as well. This is too much. The ghosts of Kelazhur. Here comes a nuke. Ah. Oh my god, the snipes. We need detection. We are down to 6 Broodlords, and top left is mining. Cham is rushing over, so is Kelazhur. It's a race to top left. It looks like Kelazhur is gonna get there first. Here comes the Roach Rav, but once again, the snipes are too good. Forcing the Roach Ravager back. Kelazhur needs to recognize that the ghosts are here. Like, I'm sorry, Cham needs to recognize that the ghosts are here. Like, even this gas mining is so crucial for Kelazhur. Like, this could be denied so easily by these Broodlords. But Cham just doesn't know what has and hasn't been left behind. And he also doesn't want to, like, if he pushes out and there's even one Viking here, he's going to lose the Broodlord. Oh, we know that there is no Viking. Not yet, but they're coming. And, Cham has a full fresh mining base. Oh, look at all these patches. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god, meanwhile, another bit of a skirmish here between the Roach Ravager and the Ghost Buyer. Did hear the dying cries of a ghost earlier. Oh, the move command! Uh-oh. Not an amazing trade here from Cham, but a trade nonetheless. A trade that he can afford. I honestly wish he just made Lings to help support this army, but no, he just wants to make Roach Ravager. I get it. Oh, and the base is on fire. No, it's gonna go down. It forces the repair. And at the same time, here we go. Cham has recognized he can finally push on forward here with these Broodlords to take down this planetary. The gas has all been mined though. Literally 0 gas remaining. So Kelazhur got everything that he needed to out of this base. But it does mean that Kelazhur has less of a staging ground here. It does mean that Kelazhur is going to have a harder time pushing into this base. And now I think this, I don't think there's a way for Kelazhur to pull this off. I think it's too much. I think this bottom right hand base was the pivotal moments of this game. Whoever took control of it would win, and in the end it was Cham. And even this Roach Ravager army cannot be cleaned up. There's literally no other landed CC available. Every worker is going down. We're down to 10, 8, 6, 5 SCVs. It's not the prettiest fight from Cham, but the roaches are just too much, Bucky. They're too much. They clean everything up, and GG finally gets called after 39 minutes. Cham takes game 1. That was game 1. Oh my god. Ugh. Ah. GG. Wow. Just wow. GG, well played. After 39 long minutes, after a back and forth roller coaster of the game, Cham does take it in the end. Now we can get into game 2. Oh my god. Crazy. Crazy. Here we go. Yeah. We will continue. I need some water. Oh my god. And yeah, here we go. We're loading on in, and it is gonna be a waterfall. Makes plenty of sense. Plenty of sense. The larger maps were vetoed. Moondance and Stargazers were vetoed. The smaller maps have remained, and yeah, I wonder how things are gonna change up here. We had very standard, very macro-oriented openers last game. We'll see how things go in game number 2. We're spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Waterfall. We have the Mexican Zerg player currently leading this series 1-0, representing Team GP. It is Cham. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Waterfall, we have the Brazilian Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Kelazhur. Oh my god. What a wild ride. What a wild turn of events. Oh my god. As Kelazhur is taking a page out of White Idra's book. And he's going for a 2-Rax opener. Oh my god. Yeah, we do have the racks on the low ground. This is something that you can do on Waterfall, especially because of this ramp. Especially because of these spawn locations, we can be a little bit greedy with our positioning here. And yeah, we should be seeing Reapers come out from Kelazhur. I'm curious if he is still going to just go with the single racks, or if he does end up throwing down that second one as well, side by side. Oh. As currently the SCV is queued up to take the CC instead. So interesting. I think, okay. So only a single racks. This Reaper is going to be able to get across the map a little bit faster here. As a reminder to everyone, last game, I do think that Kelazhur had a much stronger early game and a much stronger mid game, but we saw that there was a moment where Cham was able to alleviate some of that pressure that was on him from all of the drop play. He went for a massive counterattack and he just decimated the 4th base and killed every worker at the 4th as well. And it was from that moment on that Cham was able to get some momentum and hold on to it as well. So yeah, Cham was having a bit of a harder time, but we saw that in the late game he had a little bit, or he came out on top. He had a better army composition overall. You could definitely argue better army positioning. I don't know if I would go as far as to say control, but at least positioning. Okay. As the Reaper does slip on in and already gets one drone. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. If you remember, he was able to get one drone as well in game number 1. It's 40 minutes ago. Oh my god. Yeah. I just can't believe it was that long. As in the end, Cham is going to be able to take his 3rd base drone up here. Kelazhur going for a 1-1-1 opener is going to be delaying his 3rd CC a little bit here. Interesting. Maybe going for a little bit of an add-on swap as well. This looks like a this looks like a Banshee opener here. Once the Tech Lab does finish up, we can be seeing an add-on swap, but we'll see how this all lines up in the end. Meanwhile, the Reaper does go into the main base, just confirming and scouting. We do see that Cham is going for a bit of a Ling flood, though. No Baneling nest whatsoever. A lot of these Lings do not get spotted by Kelazhur, and Cham is just going to be sending it across the map. I don't really like this. Yeah. We have a full Warlock and we have Hellions back at home. without a way to bust down this wall, I don't know what damage this is going to get done. The Hellions are revealed, and the Lings are going to pull the trigger. Oh, yeah. And the wall is a wall. The Hellions are forced back, and yeah, this is a lot of lava spent on these Lings that could have been on drones. Oh, but he goes for this round. And if he can get all these Hellions, it will be worth it in the end. It looks like he gets one. He gets up. He gets a second as well. Not the cleanest of trades, but... and he doesn't get all the Hellions either. Oh, pretty much though. Does get them all in the end. Okay, so kind of worth it here for Cham, especially because now these Hellions can't really threaten the bases. They can't threaten the drones. Cham is free to drone up back at home. Banshee is going to be slipping on in, and these spores are late. Uh-oh. Very late indeed. The Queen's not in position either. And Cham is going to be pulled apart right now because every single Queen does respawn. We do see another wave of Hellions coming across the map, and yeah, we just don't have a lot to defend. Kelazhur, he can just dive in, and that's exactly what he does because we lost all of our Lings earlier. This is why I was a little bit torn about that decision to send out his Lings across the map, because now 10, 11 drones have gone down. The Lings would have just found so much more value defensively, and the lair gets spotted. And the Hellions even dip on in, and they get confirmation that a Spire was thrown down. Cham just in shambles here in the early game. Losing so many Lings, losing so many drones, getting scouted as well. Kelazhur now knows that he just has to chill at home, wait for his NG Bay, get some turrets up, work on his army, and he should be fine. Cham's got a long road to recovery here. As the Banshees are coming back in. Of course, Cham can recover drone-wise, but he desperately needs a fourth base sooner rather than later. A bit of a brutal supply block coming in as well. And because of the opener, because of the prioritization of this Spire, and we have a lot of gas, by the way, we don't have any Evo chambers, we don't have any upgrades. Baneling Nest is late. Baneling's speed is going to be late as well. Like, any kind of bio push is going to be devastating. We have a scan. I'm sure Kelazhur just wanting to confirm that there was no cancel on the Spire and any kind of additional tech as well. These mutas have a lot of work to do. They have to not just keep the army back at home, but they also have to get some SCV kills as well. They have to buy time, cripple the economy, maybe even shut down the Banshees. But Kelazhur's just ready for this. There's turrets everywhere. There's Marines everywhere. At least the mutas are surviving, and the muta count is, you know, getting decently high, don't get us wrong. We have the Lings being sent out as well, just to try and find some damage. Or even go for a follow-up Baneling run by later. But, yeah, Cham is just kind of playing catch-up here for a while, and we'll see if he can pull it off. We have seen him make miracles, create miracles in the past. Could do it again. Again, if Cham is able to slow down this push and get damage done like this Baneling run by, then maybe he can come back. But the Banelings, they get shut down. There was a bunker in position. He doesn't get into the mineral line. One just now on the way. Baneling's speed does finish up. Fourth base is getting saturated. Like, and Cham's doing a good job at just getting back into this, but there's no Spore. There's only a single Queen. We can't afford to lose workers, papi. Banelings as well. These Banshees. The Banshees, papi. God. Brutal. 8 Banelings. Or I guess 4, because 4 Banelings went down across the map as well. And this is the bio push that I was dreading. Not just the bio push, but just the bio in general. Just the man with gun. It's terrifying. It's terrifying in this position. We do see the Widowmine shot. Not going to be baited out here. Cham is going to try and force some friendly fire if possible. Oh, it does take down both Widowmines in the end. Shots do not go off. 5th base does get denied. Did see it cancel in the end. Oh, the target firing from Kelazhur was on point though. Four mutas just went down. 400 gas down the drain. I want to believe Buffy. Maybe with creep. Banelings, they roll on 4. They don't get the connections they need. Widowmine shot goes off as well, cleaning up all of those lings. Cham cannot take a 5th. And the splits, they're just a little bit too good here. Kelazhur in game number 2 is fighting back hard, shutting down these mutas in the early game. The Hellions got out of control. Cham with an interesting move, going for those lings as early as he did, and it just didn't pay off for him at all. And now, the Bio Army, the man with gun, is just a little bit too good, a little bit too powerful. A couple of Banelings are being morphed in to push this back, and he does push it back, don't get us wrong. But the damage was done, and the reinforcements are on the way. Like, this push is not stopping. And it's only going to take a couple more shots for this hatchery to go down. Oh my god. Oh, Widowmine shot goes off on the majority of those links as well. And Cham, he's just trying to do what he can. He's trying to muster whatever forces he can as well, but there's only so much he can do in this position. More mutas get picked off left and right. We need more Lingbane desperately, but we just don't have it. A Widowmine shot goes off on the mutas. Up. Some decent connections, not gonna lie. This is kind of what Cham needed earlier. Because Cham did just lose 2 hatcheries. And the rally is still not stopping. As amazing as those Banelings were, it's not enough. Not enough, Buffy. Cham ends up getting a 4th base up and running on the left-hand side of the map. Oh, God. But the Thor is here. Gets a decent amount of volleys off on those mutas. The Marines once again pushing on forward. Do we have any Lingbane remaining? The answer is yes. He's coming in from behind. He gets some connections, but it's not enough. GG gets called, and Kelazhur takes game number 2, and we have an ace match. Oh my god. This series has been wild, and in the middle of this series we have a couple of updates as well. Looks like the Zerg Lord has been eliminated. Eggs went through the gauntlet. Eggs took down White Idra 2-0. He took down the Zerg Lord 2-1 as well. Eggs is waiting for the loser of this series. Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. Will it be Kelazhur? Will it be Cham? Regardless of who it is going to be a bit of an uphill battle here for Eggs. I don't know if he wants a rematch against Kelazhur quite yet. Oh. But we'll see. It all comes down to this final game in this series. Final game, Bobby. Final game. Oh. And after this, we will be having 2 series remaining, the lower bracket finals and the qualifying match. Hopefully we're able to cover everything here. We should be able to. I'm a little bit nervous, but it's okay. It's okay, Papi. It's okay. So here we go. The ace match will be taking place under the sea. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the Mexican Zerg player representing Team GP. It is Cham. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the Brazilian Terran player representing Team Liquid, fighting back hard and tying up that series in the last game. It is Kelazhur. Oh boy, let us go. It all comes down to this final game of this series. Who moves on to the qualifying match? Who faces eggs in the lower bracket? Who? Oh god. So far, standard openers, we do see Kelazhur going for the CC first, actually. Oh my god. Interesting. Going for the CC and the racks behind it. Back at home, Cham going for his own hatch first. So yeah, some greedy play coming out from Kelazhur here. Interesting. Something you don't see too often, but Cham isn't really a cheesy player. He doesn't go for pool first openings or anything like that. So yeah, I do kind of like this from Kelazhur, as behind this, oh, he's going for a second racks. Oh my god. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. So, is he gonna go for a reactor as well? Is he that crazy? Is Kelazhur that crazy? There's no way, right? Okay. So he doesn't go for the reactor first. He is at least going for a marine, just to make sure he doesn't die to any early lings. But he does have that second racks as well, so we should be seeing a 2-1-1. Maybe even a 3 racks. We'll see where that third racks is thrown down. Cham is none the wiser. You know, Hatch Gas Pool is going for his third base on time as well. There is those add-ons, Tech Lab, and a reactor for that bio push. So this is a little bit greedy from Kelazhur, especially because Kelazhur has 0 scouting information. He didn't go for an SCV scout. He didn't go for a Reaper either. So if Cham was going for an early pool, or if Cham was going for an early Roach Warren, Kelazhur would be in a lot of trouble right now. But as we can see, Cham in the ace match is playing very safe and very standard, and Kelazhur is taking advantage of that in a really smart way. I do really appreciate this. I do think it is very smart, considering the positions that we're in this series, and considering the kind of player that Cham is as well. He's not really one to take risks. So Kelazhur is able to abuse that in a way. We do see the Ling coming across the map, and he should react to, if he does spot these Marines. So he does know about the Marine opener at least, but he is unawares of how many Marines there are. On purpose, Kelazhur is keeping additional Marines at home in the main, hidden from any kind of Ling scout. He wants to hide the 2-1-1. Meanwhile, Cham is responding with a Roach Warren. He is fond of his roaches. He did, of course, utilize them to great effect in game number 1. Gonna be trying to do it again in game 2. Is relatively early, should be moving out with his roaches, so I do kind of favor Cham in this position a little bit. If this was a regular 2-1-1, but because of the timing of this stim, these roaches are going to be running into a wall of stimmed Marines, and I do think that is going to favor Kelazhur. We'll see. It depends how many roaches are made. Oh my god. Not your typical 5 or even 8 roaches. We have 10 roaches coming out from Cham. Jesus. It's a lot of roaches. He's droning up behind this, but this is going to pack a powerful punch. And against a regular 2-1-1, this makes sense. There are no Hellions, like Cham is aware of that. But look how many Marines there are. 17 Marines. Oh, the drop is moving out. Is he going to come across the roaches? It looks like he will. Oh, he spots the roaches. He will turn around. We do need a bunker here. We don't have one. We do have a wall nonetheless. It looks like these Marines are going to be able to shut down at least this Overlord. Supply blocking Cham. Oh, 4 Overlords on the way. We do already see Kelazhur dancing with this army, but the Ling flood behind this is going to be causing some problems. Widowmine barely gets saved, but you know what? The wall soon is no longer a wall. Boys are being pulled as well. I didn't realize that Cham had committed to these Lings. Again, he did kind of drone up a little bit behind this. The Ravagers are being focused down. Kelazhur will swallow up this army, but at the cost of workers. And Cham, I don't think he's happy with this because Kelazhur is immediately going to counterattack with 3 medevacs. And what does Cham have to defend? He's been droning. He has 0 units right now. He has 6 roaches on the way. 6 roaches aren't going to do anything against this. He needs to rally his queens. Every single queen has to come together with these roaches if Cham wants to hold. Here we go. Roaches are slowly trickling out. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Cham. But the army stims on forward. The roaches are being targeted down. There is not enough energy for transfuse. Ugh. And these are just amazing trades for Kelazhur. Again, if he had waited a little bit longer, these roaches would have all been able to bunch up, but the queens are being targeted down. The roaches as well, like this bio army. It's going unchecked. A couple more roaches are coming in, but Kelazhur is happy to trade. He finally gets forced back, and Kelazhur didn't really kill too many drones, to be fair. But look at all those resources lost. 5 queens, 20 roaches, 26 lings, and Kelazhur's not done. He's coming back. He's got a tank. Cham is in the middle of droning. I wouldn't be surprised if he even expands and takes a 4th base at this point. He doesn't have an army. He's going for a run-by. Don't get me wrong. The run-by is pretty big. The run-by can do a lot of damage and maybe force Kelazhur back. Hopefully force him back. Cham is hoping. Gonna be able to take out a lot of workers here at the 3rd, and he is forcing Kelazhur to respond. Buying time for more roaches and ravagers. This is a pretty key play here from Cham. Yeah, Kelazhur backs off. Ooh, and I think he regrets backing off. Like, he sees how vulnerable Cham is. He's like, oh, I really should have been a little bit more aggressive. He wants to be in Cham's face. Now Cham is coming in from behind as well. Yeah, he bought enough time. He gets on top of the tanks. The Biles will shut down both of the tanks in the end. Oh. And Cham, that run by kept him alive this game. Kept him alive. He's been able to saturate his 3 bases. He's making more Roach Ravager. He's getting ready for the next push. This time he will not be caught without an army. Could do with the 4th, but you know, I'm sure he's going to be working on that soon. TM. As you do see the tank sieging up here, a lot of the creep being cleaned up. Cham going to be completing +1 here. He does stop at 55 workers. I wonder if he intends to drone up any further, or just make nothing but Roach Ravager. Oh, his Cham is a little bit supply blocked. 6 roaches are going to be on the way. Right. Still no 4th base as Kelazhur loads up and he goes for a massive June drop into the main base. No, the Roach Ravager completely out of position. And Cham, he's had enough. He knows he cannot defend against this drop. He is going for a counterattack instead. But the counterattack is late and the lair goes down. We have reinforcements at home. We have tanks on the high ground as well. Cham, he is so desperate right now. He's pushing up the ramp into tank fire. GG gets called. This push was never gonna work, and Kelazhur takes the series 2-1. Just coming out on top with the overall build orders, going for the fast 2-1-1, and Cham committing to the Ling Roach Ravager and just losing so much early on, and things really snowballing from there. Oh, GG. GG, well played. And with that, Kelazhur moves on to a qualifying match. Cham gets knocked down to face Eggs in the lower bracket finals.